Welcome back to Brazil, episode 21. We are down here at our limestone production. On the previous episode, we were trying to haul this, well, rock and sand and everything, and kind of finding out that this semi down here is not a very good idea. It sinks right into the ground. It's a lot of weight. And I'm thinking, if we get more of the weight on the axles, we'd be better. So there's a couple options in the store that we could do. I did want to, like I said, try this Mercedes-Benz because we can have the containers and we can actually take them off and then take them back on. That would get the weight on the drive axles here, and it might actually form better. I was eager to try this one out. I haven't tried this yet, so I'd love to see it. We're going to need some cash to do that. Let's see, there's a couple different models. So I don't know how much horsepower we should need. If we max it out, it's another 50. I mean, if it's not going to work, we'd end up having to do it anyway, so let's just max it out. I'm just going to quickly get a estimate on what it's going to cost us here. I mean, we get some money off if we don't have the special things on, but it'd be kind of nice to try some of this out. So there's, oh, look at that. Front guard, painted. That's some nice customization. It doesn't pay to get too carried away yet, I guess, because we got to take some more of a loan out. We already have a $280,000 loan. So whatever we don't use, we can just pay back. We're just going to try this. Let's see. Let's just max it out to 500,000. I hope we have enough to buy everything we need. Oh, look at that. It's actually... Because it's another day, maybe? We can borrow more? We could only borrow 500,000 once before. That's interesting. So that's something new going on there. We gotta buy the actual container for it as well. Otherwise, like I said, we do have a couple other options. There's this Lizard. It's kind of the same truck that we have now, but the dump truck would be there. And it's... I mean, we get 16,000. Or 10,000 without the extension. And then there's this guy here too. 17 or 24. This one's probably a little more Brazil-y that we could try. It's actually a lot cheaper, that's for sure, but like I said, I do want to try the Mercedes-Benz. Uh-oh. Just the bulldozer coming through there. 152,000. I want the horn. The rest of the stuff's probably pretty good. I mean, there's a beacon here as well. And that's right, we gotta crank up the engine. Might as well. I don't want any excuse why it doesn't work. We'll know right away if it's not gonna work. And then for box on there, I guess I could take any of these. Question is, could it handle one or the other better? Like with less, obviously with less weight, it'd probably be better, but if we can get more on a load, it's better that way. These hold the same. I think I'm gonna go with this green. Be interested to see how that rolls on that dirt. 9,000. Okay, so now we have some different things going on here. Let's go up here. Take a look at this. Fire her up. This one doesn't look like it has the monitors inside either. I was kind of hoping to experience the monitors that they added. But this is a new experience. I've never tried one of these dump offloaders like this. So we get to see how this hooks up. So like we hit X to lower arm. And then is it just a connector? Back up and yeah, Q to connect, and then I guess we gotta hit, well, you can hit Y to open flap. What is that? Oh, Y. Here we go. Okay, it opens the back. That might be nice to actually transport things with, too. I was always considering loading pallets that way. Okay, then we can load with X. Like so. Look at that. Okay, we are loaded. Again, we are maxed out on horsepower, so if this struggles, we'll have to try one of the other ones, I guess. I will say, so far, it's definitely going a lot faster on these roads. We'll have to see what happens once we get her loaded. But you know, time is money too, so if we get back and forth quicker... Ooh, the two steering axles in the front might actually help us get around these corners a lot better too. It just feels like it's a little bit sharper turning. Especially when you're full loaded like that. Now we are flying through here. Alright, we'll go load up on rocks, I guess, since that's where the loader is. How we doing through here? Don't have any weight on, so it ain't too bad. I feel like this is a lot more appropriate for this area. Again, the tires should be more aggressive, but I don't think Farm Sim really takes that into account. So now here we might want to take the dump off. We'll give it a shot here first and see how high we have to go with this. It's definitely a lot higher than the other trailer we had. Can we do it? I mean, we can do it. So it does work. I kind of just for the fun of it want to dump it off here. We could actually probably leave it just hooked up. I like that animation. A lot easier to dump. Let's see if it struggles when we try to lift it back up. There'll be a lot of weight going that it's got to pull up. Ground is a little harder over here too, I've noticed that. I guess it makes sense. You're got a rock pit, you're going to have some rock laying along the side of it. Probably really bad over at the dirt pile there. Make sure I get it in the container. Full load of rock. We'll see how well this pulls this up. Moment of truth. Oh my god, that's a lot of weight. It's flattening the rock there too. Oh, that's insane. Alright, so now it's all that weight's on the axle, so I'm hoping that this works better. Look at that. I'm purposely driving in these holes just to give it a test. Way better. That is so much better. Yeah, so so we're at 39. Yeah, so it actually holds more anyway than the semi-truck. This is going to be quicker to get places as well. And we're going to go with this. I think what we're going to end up doing is we should sell the semi, the trailer, the other trailer. If we ever decide to do the ethanol, we'll buy it again. Because I think that's a good one to use. But that's so far down the line, it's just collecting dust sitting at our oil refinery. We might as well get rid of it, take the capital to get this loan paid back as much as we can. Probably get quite a bit of money back. And then we gotta grab, we'll have to grab our, I don't know how big that mining equipment is. We could probably just get our utility trailer and bring down our other Mercedes. Buy some mining equipment, and then the other required, what is it? Yeah, tools. We get some of them bought, so we get this line production going, so we ain't waiting around for anything. That's what it's all about. I guess we learned how this works, what works better. Again, watch us go around this corner, because this thing can take corners pretty sharp, I think, with the two steering axles like that. With all that we can carry, that's, like I said, we're getting more than the semi. Look at that, nice and sharp. I like that. I'm glad we tested this out. And we could get more of these hooking containers, and then we could drop some off and fill them up, but I don't know how crazy things are going to get yet. We're still in the beginning stages here of the mine here, so don't know how that's going to go. Yeah, I think it was simply the fact of, you know, the weight on our semi here. It's too far back from the actual axles that pull, so it's so hard on it. We will drive this back so we can get the most we can out of it. A little bit of dirt in there, huh? I do like the cover though. That's very nice with the animation. Z it was. So it's cool to see that. Doesn't take that long to fill us up then, because if you think about 200,000. Oh, this handles this like a dream. Right through that dirt. Dump. Look at that. Bam. Awesome. Yeah, we'll probably sell. We'll have to see how close we are to closing out the... Let's just shut this off right here. How close we are to closing out the loan after we get all this stuff sold. Oops. And then we'll have to, buy that, like I said, that equipment. Then we could sell more, like, dirt and sand if we need to get the final little bit of that loan closed out. It's even struggling to get out of here. This was a cool little truck, though. I mean, it definitely fit the playthrough. It's just... sometimes things just struggle a little bit, and we gotta move on and find a different way. We'll just drive through on this side then to the sell point. Suppose we can do it... Can we do it here, or do we have to go over that hole there in the floor? I don't want to risk falling in. This is a little ways from the spot, though. Oh no, we gotta go over the hole. I'll just back it in. We'll back her in. Cool trailer though, I will say that. It's just not valid for our application right now. Alright, we'll sell this. We'll take the hit on it because we did get some use out of it. So we get 96,000 back. That's pretty good though. This truck is worth a little bit as well. Let's go grab the tanker, because like I said, if we do ethanol, it's going to be a little ways down the road. It probably was a little hard to get in here. I mean, there's room, I guess. Got one pallet of paraffin, however you say it. Won't be selling that till January, so we got a whole another year to get through. It's quite alright. Yeah, we used this tanker like what, once? I think. Unfortunately. There's that other tanker there too. But we might switch back to that at some point. So I don't want to completely get rid of that yet. Alright, coming in. And we'll sell both here. Tanker. 39,000. And then the truck. 40,000. Okay, let's take a look at our loan. We'll pay back what we can here. So, repay. There we go. So I don't think we have to have like a whole lot on hand, because we get our products sell every day. So we do get some change. We're still 285,000 in debt, which is a lot. Kind of a crazy amount if you think about it. So I think what we might do, let's try the dirt. We haven't tried selling that yet. We'll find a place to sell it. See what we kind of get for it. Find a decent location. It's not so bad, like I said, with this truck. It's going to make it pretty much a lot quicker. And if we're not getting stuck, that's going to help tremendously. Sand is replenishing. Yeah, it's right up there. Okay. Yeah, this is a little easier to maneuver. What we're going to do, yeah, let's drop the container once again. Make it really easy. Does this dig into the ground? No. It'd be kind of cool if it did. Looks like a good spot for it. Now we'll get over there and get some dirt loaded up. Loaded, ready to go. We'll see how we'll watch her go up again here. It's always fun to watch. Man, oh man. Boom. Okay, where is this going to be heading? Oh, this truck is so worth it, I think. Let's see, dirt. So we got brick factory, building material store, or the cement factory. The cement factory is the best price, and guess what? I think that is the closest. I think it's right, yeah, right over there. That's probably a good one to do. Then we can sell it, make some money. We got to get, like I said, we got to get that mining equipment purchased. We'll have to get that into the business before we close out today's episode. Hoping we don't have to retake a loan out, but if we can get some decent money out of this, maybe do a couple loads or something. Here's the hill where we struggled before with the semi. We are handling it with ease. I mean, it's a little slower, of course, but... Oh yeah, right here was we really struggled right here. Look at that. Powering through. Way better. That was definitely a good purchase. Here we are. Delivery's right over here. Yeah, so they got 2 pits as well, I think. Oh no, they don't. I guess it's just sand. Hopefully someday we'll be able to buy this as well. I think it's next on our list, actually. Whole load of dirt. Have fun, guys. Nothing like making money off of dirt. That's pretty good. 21,000 for that. That's really good. What do we need for the mining equipment? Let's see here. That was over at the warehouse, was it not? Let's take a look. There we go. Tools is 10,005. I assume that's like 1,000. The mining equipment is the same price. Let's buy one of each for now. We do have enough. Tools. And then... mining equipment. Is that 1,000 liters a piece? Yeah, maybe they don't use that much. It's tough to say until we start the production. I do like the... boxes, custom boxes. That's 10,000 liters. Is that forklift going to be able to lift that? 5,000 liters on this guy. So they're definitely big, and the production holds probably a lot. 70 and then 100. It might actually last quite a while. Let's do a forklift test. I have a feeling it might struggle. I guess if it can lift the first box, we can lift the second. Let's go wide with the forks, so we're balanced correctly. And... ooh, how are we gonna get this on there? We can't even lift it. So... okay, there... oh, we can't tilt back. Wait a minute. No, we're going into that box. That's what's going on. It can lift it, but it can't keep it from tipping. We need longer forks. Is that, one that's over at the shop? Is that bigger? Not really. I mean, those forks are just as small. Am I missing something? How would they expect you to get this on a trailer? I think I have a modded one maybe that are longer. Maybe? No, these two are... that one might be a tad bit longer. I know there are some longer ones on the mod hub. That one looks a little longer too, but... do we get the longer forks on the mod hub to make this work? Again, this is base... I mean, I shouldn't say base game. This is base map. This is all built into the map. They should have... both of these forklifts were here too. Oh, we kind of got it back, but it didn't want to stay. Okay, barely. I think we can make it... we have to be quick. I don't like it, but sometimes we gotta take risks. The question is it gonna fit on this truck? We should probably just bring down the dump truck here, and we can load them in this way. We'd have to load sideways though. How are we gonna do that? That's not gonna work. Let's try to make it work on this Mercedes here. It's really gonna be pushing it though. It's probably gonna struggle. If we can make this work, it'll be a miracle. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to swing, so let's just try to back it in here. We can sneak it on. It's definitely a wide box. I don't know if I'm gonna try to get that mining equipment on the back of the truck here, but... or is that the tools? This might be the tools right here. Yeah, the tools. If we could put the tools on the truck. This is crazy. This is insane. We gotta try to make this work though. Let's see. I think I'm hitting this. Let's try to get over a little bit. I might be hitting those wood beams on the pallet there. If we can get over, maybe it'll allow us to just get just close enough to tip it back better. I'm hoping. Ooh. Can we do this quickly? Or do we just dump it inside? I suppose we could just do this. Don't need to be fancy, I guess. If it wouldn't stay connected to the box. There we go. I don't know what happened there, but it worked. Just strap this in. Alright. Get this out of the way. And then what I'll do is unhook it here. And then we can try to load straight back on to the back of this. It seems like it's light enough though, those for 10,000 liters. It seems like we were doing fine. Thinking we should be able to get this one without any issue. Oh yeah, look at that. Might be a little heavy when we get it up a little farther, but take it. Holy moly. I don't think that's road legal. I think we're taking the back roads to get down to the quarry. I'm not even sure where the trigger is to put these in. It can't go over by the rocks, I don't think. I don't know. We're gonna have to look around, see if we can find the spot. Alright. Without struggle, it looks like we should be alright. Turn our flashers on. I'm hoping these last a while too, so we don't have to keep doing this so often. Yeah, this is the final piece of the puzzle, and then we'll get the lime up and running. And then we'll be able to... That lime should be a really good top dollar item to sell. I mean, it's possible they could have that as a trigger to dump. Where it is there... There's another well... Yeah, it must be right here. Right? Yeah, because you'd fill up the lime over here. It's got to be down there. We'll go around. There's no way you dump the tools here. Not too bad. We only tipped over once to get here, so... So far. Might be a little too soon to... say that. Yeah, that's a lime buying point. No, 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 don't dip, don't dip, don't tip. It's just completely leaning to that side. I can't even... It doesn't even want to go back. It's the box. The mining box is causing problems. I guess we'll just ignore it. Yeah, I think this is where we actually will get our lime when we process it right here into the spout. And we're almost here. Should be alright. Okay. We'll see if this works. Yes. And then the mining equipment. There we go. So now let's go ahead and look at the production. So yeah, we got there 50 and 60 4,000 stones. Yeah, let's go ahead and turn it on. Storing. We'll let that fill up. We're at 4 liters already. Does it make any extra noise? Things are running. I think it was already making those noises. Productions are always cool if they can make them animated. That'd be another thing for the next farm sim too, to show the animation. Which reminds me, I still want to try that other mod at some point, and then maybe probably another playthrough, the pellet mod. That's definitely a cool animated one. Let's see, shall we leave this down here? I don't think, do we need this back at home? I don't think we do. We'll leave it down here, I think. Guess if we ever need it for something, we can come and grab it. Let's see here. Yeah, our truck. Yeah, so there's this. The cement factory doesn't take sand; it takes dirt. The other one's the building materials store or the brick factory. 588. We're actually at a bottom right now for the sand, but it's not really that much of a hit. What about the dirt? We're at a peak for dirt. So I think what we'll do is we'll keep filling dirt up. Actually, it's not that much either. So these prices are kind of irrelevant, to be honest. But we might as well go ahead and keep continuing to... We'll deliver the dirt here to the cement factory. It's nice and close. Probably do a little time lapse on that, and then we might do a sand load. We'll have to see how it goes for time. So I think we're going to leave it there for today's episode as we get this one dumped here. We'll check out on the production. And we'll see how that's coming along. I'm trying to use the mirrors here. I think we're on the wrong one. Oh, ain't too bad. A little extra change here before we closed out. It was nice. Yeah, we might just have to do like a long time lapse on the next one and try to just really like max out. I mean, we're definitely like, the supply is not going to keep up with how much we're taking out, so we'll definitely have to stop at some point. 21,682. Let's check on the production here. So we have 2,000, almost 3,000 liters of lime. How's our mining equipment? Yeah, so it's using it pretty moderately. I mean, it'd be interesting to see how long that stuff lasts. I mean, I guess you could do the math and figure it out, but I guess we probably used 50 and 60 at 2,000. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, and then where would lime sell when we sell that? See how much it's worth. Lime here. So we have, there's only one spot, and that's the cement factory right where we are. It does increase though, so we can build up till November, and that's when we'll sell it. Okay, so we're gonna leave it there for today's episode. I think we're gonna probably do some more of this on the next one, and it might be nice to. Well, we got to get that loan paid back. But I was thinking we can maybe put up some more orchards at the homestead, so we get some more apples into our production and get some more money that way. I think we're going to try to get out of debt first, and then we can maybe make a decision like that. Once we hit December, we're going to be selling that Potherium again, and there's a ton of money there, so like, it's still like a year away, but it'll come pretty quickly. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.